Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Jo Ellison. Today we have a developing story where Arkansas State Police have arrested a former West Fork officer. Police tell us it comes from the December traffic stop where a man died after police say he was tased. Jail officials booked Christopher Cordero into the Washington County Jail just last night for negligent homicide, which is a misdemeanor. The alleged incident happened after a traffic stop on Highway 71, December 29th of last year. State police confirmed at the time that 49-year-old Michael Hanna died while a West Fork officer was taking him into custody. ASP said that officer was injured when a fight broke out with Hanna, who then he tased. Cordero resigned from the force in May of this year and has a $5,000 bond. He was released from jail on that bond last night. His first court appearance now is scheduled for August 9th. We did reach out to the mayor of West Fork, who tells us they have no comment on the arrest. Of course, stay with 5 News as we work to learn more. And we're following updates in the civil lawsuit over the use of the drug Ivermectin to treat COVID-19 patients at the Washington County Jail. Former Washington County Sheriff Tim Helder and the jail's doctor are asking a federal judge to dismiss the case. The case was brought on by inmates at the jail and filed by the ACLU, naming Helder as the doctor, Rob Karras, and the Washington County Detention Center. The lawsuit alleges the inmates were given the drug Ivermectin without their consent, and deception was used by telling them it was a cocktail of other drugs. The FDA has only approved Ivermectin for use by people and animals for some parasitic worms, lice, and skin conditions, and have issued statements urging doctors not to prescribe it to treat COVID-19. After unproven claims the drug could cure the disease got a lot of attention online. The judge hasn't given an indication of when they plan to issue a ruling, but of course you can follow any updates as they happen. Read more about the case and its history also at 5newsonline.com. All right, before we get to other news stories of the day, let's get a check of this weather as we're heading into the weekend with meteorologist Zach Scott. Zach, a lot of things going on in our area. It's going to be hot for those things.
Yeah, and that's really all we have to watch out for is the heat, again, which is really going to be building over the next several days, but we're not really looking at any thunderstorm chances trying to ruin anything for us. We did have some early morning sprinkles, mainly northwestern Arkansas and then into eastern Oklahoma. Today, though, we're looking at increasing sunshine for your Friday after some scattered clouds this morning. Temperatures topping out in the mid-90s, around 95 degrees. Northwest Arkansas, mid to upper 90s, scattered through the River Valley with a south breeze about 10 to 20 miles per hour, making it more comfortable, which we need because you factor in the mugginess and feels like temperatures will be near 100 to 101 Northwest Arkansas. Third straight day, we have heat advisories out for the River Valley, where the feels like temperature is going to be more around 105 to 106 because of that thick, muggy air mass that's going to be hanging around. As we go into next week, though, we're only getting hotter. This is a picture of the upper level atmosphere. And overall, this anchor of high pressure has been anchored out towards the west, this ridge of high pressure. That's going to be shifting further east and now anchoring itself over us as we get into early next week. So temperatures already been running about 4 to 5 degrees above average as we've gone through this week. That's going to bump them up another 5 degrees or so as we get into a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday afternoon hot. By Thursday night into Friday and then the following weekend, we should see it overall start to shift out towards the west. We're still going to be hot on the eastern edge of it, but not quite as hot. Joe?
All right, thanks, Zach. Well, thousands are getting ready for the annual Peacemaker Festival, which starts today in Fort Smith. The big weekend-long concert brings in country, rock, blues, and red dirt music from all over. But will backups on the Garrison Avenue Bridge cause some headaches? 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer has more.
All-day crews were here at Riverfront Park in Fort Smith preparing for the big weekend ahead. We spoke with concert officials on what this event means to the community, as well as how to prepare for traffic and heat.
We do this for our hometown.
Peacemaker Festival returns for its 9th year in Fort Smith.
2 years we've been sold out, so we obviously always encourage people to buy tickets early. As long as we have tickets left, we'll absolutely be selling them at the gate.
Trent Goins, co-founder of the festival, says they're making things bigger and better this year.
We've never had 2 stages before, so it allows us to bring in more artists than ever. We've got 17 different acts coming through this year.
Goins says it'll be hot, but they're prepared.
In the outfield today, in front of the second stage, we've set up tents everywhere, so you can come early, get under a tent, be cool, be in the shade, and just come have a great time with us this weekend.
What might make things a little more difficult this year is the work on the Garrison Avenue Bridge. Dave Parker with the State Transportation Department says just take your time getting into and out of Fort Smith.
So if you're going to a weekend event, just allowing yourself a little more time, knowing there may be some slowdown there. The work on the 64 bridge is going to include shutting down a lane on each side at all times.
Fort Smith police also encourage taking a different route to downtown and avoiding the bridge altogether. In the meantime, festival board member Nick Maestri says nonprofits really benefit from the event.
This is 100% all charity. So we're a board of directors of volunteers. All of us volunteer our time all year long. Every dollar we collect this year will go directly to children's charities all locally.
And people come from all over to see these artists and bands.
We're actually going to have people from all over. Last year we sold tickets in 43 states.
The park opens at 12:30 and music starts at 1. In Fort Smith, covering news where you live, Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
All right, thanks so much, Lauren. Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. We hope you have a great weekend.